Jam. Cooler and a flyer too.
What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the show that is Cooler and Fly 2, A1 Forever Sports. I am Chris Tip Moore. Why settle for less when you can have more with the vision and be generational, because it's always time to be. And with that in mind, I would like to get into this Atlanta Falcons 2023 schedule release. Now, for one thing I can tell from this schedule release is, for one, the Falcons have back-to-back home games, starting out with those Carolina Panthers and Bryce Young coming to town. And then you get the Packers coming in with the newly appointed QB1, Jordan Love. But if you guys just look at this schedule, there's something else to be had about this. First of all, you see that the Falcons have nothing but 1 o'clock games. The only game on here that is not a 1 o'clock game, obviously, is the game at Arizona. And it's at Arizona. So if it was at home, it probably would have been 1 o'clock as well. Now that bye on 11/19, that's a pretty good bye. That's a pretty good bye right there, especially considering the fact that you're really just going to be starting the beginning of a seesaw in the schedule, starting from November 5th against Minnesota, and then you go on to play Arizona, go on the bye, and then after the bye, you have a seesaw effect to where you're going home away, all the way into the end of the season, to where you're playing the Bears away and also those pesky Saints away. A lot of 1 o'clock games, no night games, not even any primetime games. And hold on, y'all, I don't want to hear anything about, we got the London game, because that's not even technically a prime game. That game isn't on NFL Network as of now. That game isn't on Fox as of now. That game is on ESPN Plus. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't watch ESPN Plus. Honestly, a friend of mine was telling me about ESPN Plus, and I was like, what is that? Now, maybe I've been under a rock, or maybe I just don't jump into every streaming service that's out there, because there's so many, and it's hard to keep up for me nowadays with everything that I have going on. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys out there feel the same way. You probably don't have ESPN Plus either. But that's where they have us at, man. That's where they have these Falcons at. I'm not really a fan of it at all. But it's, it's fuel to the fire. It's fuel. And the Falcons are going to have to use this. Remember, these are some of the same people who would pretty much say that the Falcons would go 2-15. Now, that was pretty much their analysis of the Falcons last year, and it was absolutely wrong. No, we didn't go to the playoffs, but you were definitely wrong about that 2-15. That was dead. You heard me? I said dead. So, the fact that we dead at that's always a great thing, too. This is just going to be another thing we're going to overcome. They're pretty much saying that no one wants to see you. They're telling every Falcon fan that no one wants to see your team. So we're going to slide them in at 1 o'clock. Okay, the games are always on Fox, but 1 o'clock games, only one 4 o'clock game, and again, no prime time. We get no prime time again. Really, we're going to have to just start winning, man, and keep on persevering and overcoming the odds, because they're never going to respect us until we just start doing something about it. I know, they're always treating us like bottom feeders. We're always at the bottom of the league. And it honestly, I'm sick of it. And any Falcon fan should be sick of it as well. So you got Carolina, Tampa, Washington. They all have primetime games. Tampa has a primetime game, and doesn't even have Tom Brady anymore. Then you have Carolina and the Saints on Monday Night Football for week 2. Okay. And then, of course, Washington, like I said, got a primetime game too. If you look at these schedules, outside of that London game, the Falcons have nothing. And again, I don't watch ESPN Plus. and I just really got an explanation of what ESPN Plus even really is. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And we may be one of the most disrespected team in the NFL. They say no one wants to see us. That's what I gained from this schedule. But instead of just rambling, going on and on, let me drop a few other things about this schedule. Again, some good matchups. Then you get 2 on the road going against the Detroit Lions team that is on the rise. Of course, you got the London game against the Jaguars. Then you get the Houston Texans at home. That should be an interesting game. Consider they just took C.J. Stroud. Want to put him on his back. Want to put Bryce Young. Every quarterback, I want to put them on their back, give them dirty jerseys, whether they're home or away. After Houston, you get Washington on October the 15th. Another 1 o'clock game. Yeah, I'm drumming in this 1 o'clock mess. And then you go on the road for Tampa and on the road again for Tennessee. Arthur Smith getting a reunion back with some of his Tennessee people that he was rocking with back with the Titans. Good game we got coming up on November 5th, though, against Minnesota. Of course, you got the Arizona Cardinals. No telling what they'll be around November, around that time. And then, of course, you got those pesky Saints. You have the New York Jets, which is going to be an interesting matchup in the Meadowlands. Aaron Rodgers, hey, we get to play your old team and we get to play your new team. Another game against Tampa. Another game against the Panthers. That would be later determined. Then we get those Indianapolis Colts on Christmas Eve. And then you got New Year's Eve, the Chicago Bears, with to be determined at New Orleans to finish the season on out. Now, I will be back with an on-camera version of my predictions on wins and losses, but I just wanted to give a quick recap and reaction. They do it to us again, no prime time, all 1 o'clock, continuously just disrespecting my team. And it's all good because you're adding fuel to my boys' fire. And once we rise up again and prove y'all wrong, that's another goal too. Let's go ahead and exceed expectation. Let's exceed it, y'all. We can do it, and I believe it will be done. And so, until next time, peace and blessings to you guys. The show that's cool and fly to A1 Forever Sports. Thank you for tuning in to the quick little podcast. Like I said, reaction to this schedule, man. And thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to every subscriber. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to A1 Forever Sports, man. The show that's cool and fly too, where we be generational because it's always time to be. And we never settle for less because there's always more with a vision. Peace and blessings to you guys. Be back in a minute, and I'll holler.
A1. Yeah, truly. Cooler and I'm flyer too. Damn. Cooler and I'm flyer too.